What comes to mind when you think about the most beautiful and sacred places on Earth? Maybe you think of tropical rainforests, coral reefs, glaciers, and waterfalls. While there isn't really a right answer on what is the best place on Earth, in my opinion, an underappreciated region of our planet are the East African savannas, home to amazing animals and gorgeous views. Think elephants, lions, meerkats, and leopards roaming on a beautiful plain. Unfortunately, the savanna is under serious pressure, predominantly from human activities. One major threat is agriculture and land conversion. As human populations grow, more land is cleared for crops, livestock, and fencing. This breaks apart wildlife migration routes and reduces habitat space for large mammals that need to move across long distances. A second major threat is unsurprisingly climate change. Rising temperatures and unpredictable rainfall are causing longer droughts. These droughts dry out grasses, stress wildlife, and alter natural fire cycles that the savanna depends on. In some areas, drought has led to overgrazing, soil degradation, and the decline of native plants that animals rely on. Other pressures like poaching, invasive species, and poorly managed tourism also damage the ecosystem and reduce biodiversity. To restore the East African savanna, we need both government action and community participation. One important step is restoring wildlife corridors, like protected pathways that allow animals to migrate without being blocked by farms or development. Think the California Wildlife Crossing that helped the mountain lions. Governments and conservation groups are already working with local communities to remove unnecessary fencing and create protected routes so species like the elephants and wildebeest can move safely. A second restoration idea is replanting native grasses and trees, especially in overgrazed or degraded areas. Citizens and conservation volunteers can help plant drought-resistant native species that strengthen the soil, support insects and birds, and reduce erosion. This helps bring the savanna's natural fire and grazing cycles back into balance. When restoring animal populations, we would mainly use augmentation, adding new individuals to existing populations of species like black rhinos or African wild dogs to increase the genetic diversity and stabilize numbers within a population. In cases where a species has disappeared from a specific area but still exists in the region, reintroduction can be used, such as returning cheetahs to parts of their former range. We want to avoid introduction, bringing in species that were never historically present, because that could damage the already strong ecosystem. The East African savanna is a living treasure, one of the last places where Earth's great herds can still roam. By restoring the habitats, protecting migration routes, and supporting both wildlife and local communities, we can help ensure that this remarkable ecosystem survives for future generations. Protecting the savanna isn't just about saving animals, it's about caring for a landscape that supports life, culture, and the health of our planet. Thank you for watching.